Hello, this is a video about word problems on inverse variation. When we say that two variables are related inversely with each other, we mean that as one increases, the other will decrease, and vice versa. In addition, when two variables are inversely related, we can write them, the variables, let's call them y and x, as y equals k over x, where x and y are our two variables, and k is some constant. For this video, what we'll do is we'll set up our equation, y equals k over x, figure out what our constant k should be, and then solve for the second part of our problem. Let's look at this example. The time it takes to cover the distance between two cities by car varies inversely with the speed of the car. The trip takes 3 hours for a car moving at 36 miles per hour. How long does the trip take for a car moving at 27 miles per hour? So we're given the two variables. The time it takes to cover the distance between the two cities varies inversely. That means we'll set up an equation that looks like this with the speed of the car. So I'm going to write an equation where I'll call time t and we'll call speed s. So since time varies inversely with speed, we can set up the equation time equals our constant k, which we'll figure out in a minute, over s. Okay. Now we'll use that next sentence. The trip takes 3 hours for a car moving at 36 miles per hour. We'll use that to figure out what our constant value k should be. So we're told if time equals 3 hours, speed is 36 miles per hour. So plugging that in for time and speed in our equation, time is 3. Our k is what we're looking for, so we don't plug anything in there. And our speed is 36. Now we'll solve for k. We can do that by multiplying both sides times that 36 to clear out that denominator. That will cancel here and cancel here. That gives us that k equals 36 times 3. We can quickly put that in our calculator and we would get 108. So what that tells me is that my equation for this situation, for these cars, is time equals k, which I've just found to be 108, divided by s. Okay? So now my question asks, how long does it take the trip? How long does the trip take for a car moving at 27 miles per hour? So how long, that says, not H, that says that time is what if a car's speed S is 27. So remember, time is 108 over S in this situation. Time is what I'm looking for, so I'll leave it at T. 108 divided by S, and my S is 27. 108 divided by 27, you can put that in your calculator, and you get a 4. So time is 4 hours. Let's look at another example. This one is related to Boyle's law. So Boyle's law says that the volume of a gas varies inversely with the pressure. So volume varies inversely with pressure. And let's label some things. We'll call volume V and pressure P. And since it varies inversely, we know that we're going to have to set up an equation that looks something like that. Okay? But we'll use the letters we've chosen. Volume varies inversely, which means we can write it as some K over P. All right, now we'll use that next sentence to help us solve for K. It says when the volume of a certain gas is 10 liters, the pressure is 86 kilopascals. So what does that say? If V is 10 liters, then the pressure is 86 kilopascals. We'll plug this in. Volume, we'll switch for 10. You can see I plugged in the V for volume. I don't know K yet. That's what I'm trying to figure out. So I'll leave K as K. But then my pressure, I've just been told, is 86. All right, I need to solve for K. So I'll multiply both sides by 86. In doing so, I cancel out the 86 on the right-hand side. And I have that K equals 86 times 10 is 860. So for this specific situation, I can write my equation as volume equals 860, that value of K I just found, divided by my pressure P. All right, so what does it ask here at the end? It says, what is the volume when the pressure is 215 kilopascals? Okay, so that says V equals the question mark here. I don't know V, but I know that pressure is 215. So I'll plug these in. Well, V I don't know, so I'm going to leave it as a V, but I'll trade my P for 215. V equals 860 over 215. And if you do that division, 860 divided by 215 is 4. And let's make sure that we use our correct units. We were solving for a volume, and if we look back at the beginning, it says that the volume of a certain gas was 10 liters. So it looks like the unit we're using here is liters. So the answer is 4 liters. When the pressure is 215 kilopascals, the volume is 4 liters.